A world of hideous nightmares awaits in Kingdom Death Monster. Fight to survive or fade into darkness at the Kingdom Death Hub at beastsofwar.com. Progress comes to a world of magic as science and the arcane combine to make marvels. Meet steampunk inventors and orc mystics at the Volsun Hub on beastsofwar.com.
Hi everybody, I'm back with Rich from Warlord Games, and today we are having a look at more Blood Red Skies. So, we're looking at different aircraft you can add to the allies in the game.
Absolutely. So, straight off the back of the box set, you have two choices here for allies. There's also a third with the Soviets. Unfortunately, we don't have that just yet at the moment.
Yeah.
But we do have the Supermarine Spitfire MK.II and the P-51D Mustang.
Okay, so the Spitfire box, is it pretty much the same as what we get in the core set?
Yeah, it's almost identical. There's a few other cards, though, that you get specific to this set.
I see.
Within here.
I see. Well, let's start with it. Yeah. So I'll uncellophane it. Please, box, do not defy me.
Yeah,
you only uncellophane the other ones. This is something that does happen. Sometimes you get something cellophaned and you try and unwrap it on camera and it goes so wrong. Yeah. Which is why I try not to do this anymore. But if I put this out of the way, so this is our Supermarine Spitfire Mark.IIs.
That's the one.
And how many do we get in this box?
So you'll get 6 Spitfires in total. In their coloured brown plastic.
Yes.
Straight out of the box onto their bases, ready to go.
So, and yeah, it's all in one bag. This I like.
Now we've already seen the Spitfires, so that we know what they look like. But yeah, like the main box set, we also do a card insert.
Yes, so
punchboard.
You've got more ranks for your pilots.
That's correct. Yep.
More boom markers, another range ruler just in case.
Yeah.
More high of cover. The high air cover, and more of the zoom markers.
Jits. Yeah.
And again, the punch quality on this
just pops out. And if you flip the card over,
touch it. Yep.
You'll have more
different
options
ranks.
For ranks. Yeah, your pilot skills.
Very nicely done.
Now you probably want to have a quick look at the cards, because the cards themselves, some of them are slightly different from the ones you get in the actual main set. Okay. Being a Spitfire, it still has the tight turn ability. Yeah.
Sorry, the bag was defying me now.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so we obviously get our Spitfire card again.
Yep. Which
is everything you'll have seen from the other unboxing from the core set. If you haven't watched it, please go and check it out. We explain everything that's on the cards. This is just a little bit of history, yeah?
Yeah, and if you look at the bottom there, you've got a year and a points value.
So you can keep your stuff within sort of the same year.
Absolutely. So the game works quite well no matter what aircraft you pitch against other aircraft. If you look at the points values and go by points, but you could equally set scenarios up which are specific to a period, so you can choose aircraft from that period. Nice and easy. So the date on there, 1940, is where that aircraft first appeared into combat.
Cool. Okay, so we get some cards here. So this is for its ability, yeah?
Yeah, that's your standard aircraft trait. So tight turn.
Yep. So you're being told when to play it and what you do when you play it,
and then once you played it, what you do with it or not. Yeah, that's correct.
So. For this one, the plane may make its normal 45-degree turn at any point in its movement, not just at the end.
That's right. When you're playing the basic game, you're restricted to making a 45-degree turn at the end of any kind of movement you make.
Yeah.
But with the Spitfire tight turn, that actually allows you to make it at any point. So that's really quite nice to outmaneuver your enemy.
Yeah, and we've got 3 additional cards here as well. So we've got, on the back, you'll see Doctrine, Theatre, and Ace Skill. So let's start with Theatre.
Yeah, Theatre.
Which is radar support.
So there's a whole variety of these, and they some of them can fit very nicely in theme with the particular aircraft that you're flying with. So the Spitfire's home advantage, absolutely, because you're flying over Britain, you gain that advantage over the enemy. The other ones there, I think Wall of Lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got radar support, Wall of Lead, Slippery.
Yeah.
So I'll not tell you when you're playing them, but I will quickly read what they do.
Yeah.
So for Wall of Lead, play on a friendly plane making a shooting attack after the dice are rolled. You do take a boom chit and re-roll any dice that failed to score a success. Ooh.
So I'm basically the boom chits, remember, don't just indicate you being shot.
Yeah.
They represent your fatigue, your ammunition running out, damage to your aircraft, a variety of reasons, maybe even morale.
Yeah, so if you're right on the cusp of winning, you could play that.
You could choose to take a chit on yourself, on your team, and you've got an option to re-roll all those dice if it's the essential one that you need at the end.
See. All right, you've then got radar support, so make a maneuver test for each friendly plane. Any that score a success automatically begin the game with an advantage.
Yeah, so the radar calling in support. And
so this is played during deployment.
Yes, and then, so you've got your variety of cards. I think there's 6 different levels of card that you can have in total, and each card will tell you whether it's discard at the beginning or you play straight away, and then that's gone. And you start, of course, with a hand, based on a couple of restrictions.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're very clear on when you're playing and what you're doing. It's keeping things really, really simple. Also, you've got a nice little bit of flavor text in the colored band. Last one is slippery. The ace counts as a pilot skill 6 for dodging, shooting attacks, and avoiding outmaneuvering attempts.
Yeah, so gaining that extra dice.
Yeah, so you just play this down. It says maneuver test, so I assume you play it and it's gone.
No, so you play what it says on the bottom, at the very bottom where it says maneuver test. If you would like to keep it in your hand, so you can play it again, then you have to do a maneuver test to keep it in your hand.
Oh, that's lovely. So the other one is Wall of Lead is pilot test, and the other one is
the
a
pilot
remove.
skill test. Yeah.
So the radar support one, I assume you play
a remove, that goes out,
game.
that's gone. Yeah, so once you played it.
Yeah.
And there's various other cards that might also have a bonus card. So if you have, for example, this one, if you were to play it on a Mustang squadron, for example, where you get deep pockets, you would then be able to play deep pockets and keep this card as well.
Oh, so you can chain through a little bit.
So, and which means you can pull another deep pockets and play it again, and keep that card in play, and get the bonus of both cards.
Okay, now we also have for these an ace box.
Absolutely.
So, we'd like to take a look at this.
With this one, because it's a Spitfire squadron, we went with 74 Squadron and Sailor Malan.
Yes.
Now, Sailor, of course, he's one of within the RAF, his manual, his writings on tactics and how a pilot should engage the enemy were pinned up on notice boards across all RAF stations for many years after the war as well. And he was in Dunkirk, he gained 5 victories and was one of the few pilots who shot down, I think, 2 HE-111s on the same day, and got one of his medals from that action.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I instantly like, in the box, you actually get a plane for your ace.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's nice to actually have that for your ace, so that you can actually take that, paint it up, give it maybe a little bit more love.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit more love and attention perhaps on the ace models, but you also, if you look at the cards that come with it, your punch board, I was going to say.
Oh,
punch board.
Punch
go
board?
with the punch board first.
Yep,
on one side you've got your basic ace.
Yep.
So you could just play him with a standard ace with just one ace card choice. But if you flip it over, you also get a special one just for him, Sailor Malan.
And you've also got the option to run this as a lower cost.
Yeah, low cost.
You've
got some other options. So if you just got this because you fancied it, you can play it at different levels.
Yeah. And you can play ace versus ace by the look of this.
Absolutely,
so you can actually get some really nice thematic story fights going on.
Yeah, if you check out their history, some of the pilots did actually meet ace to ace up in the skies. So.
Yeah. So Spitfire to Spitfire 2.
Same one we've seen that card. Standard card. Yeah. The plane didn't change; it was the pilots. So.
Yeah.
Now
and then in this, we get some extra cards.
Yeah.
So we get another tight turn.
Yeah.
We know what
that's
does.
The Spitfire traits.
And then we get the Ace Pilot card.
Now the advantage with named aces like this is they gain 2 ace skills.
Okay, so +1 to his shooting ability, which is really nice.
He was known as being South African. He, not necessarily because he was South African, he was a good shot. He was an excellent marksman up in the aircraft as well as on the ground.
I see.
And
and then his extra skills, set them up and killer instinct, and he's a pilot skill 5. So this guy is pretty much guaranteed to be going first during a turn.
Yeah.
So, nice. There's a little bit of history on the back. Whoa!
Yeah.
135 points.
Yeah.
He is expensive. I guess that kind of keeps the balance that you and your mate will both have a named ace.
Even in the game, once you bought your aircraft at a Spitfire 31 points, you would then crew it with a pilot, and the pilot could be a 25-point rookie up to a 100-point ace.
Got it. Oh, so that's not too bad.
He's not actually that much more. He's about 35 points more than a standard 5 pilot skill ace. Yes.
So you'd maybe drop an extra plane and a rookie pilot or something like that?
Perhaps, yeah.
Okay, so the 2 abilities, these are 2 cards that will go into your deck. So set them up. The friendly plane adds +1 to the pilot skill when resolving the shooting attacks. Is this him setting up a friendly?
Yeah.
Then Killer Instinct, when conducting shooting attacks at range of 3 inches or less, any hit scored counts as critical. Oof.
Yeah, so you're not reliant on that double ace coming up.
Yeah, it's this kind of feels to me like he's just holding on target, just keeping the guns.
He was an extremely aggressive pilot, and he wouldn't actually fire until he was literally his sights filled. In fact, during the battle I mentioned about the bombers, I think he shot down in the middle of the battle. He was cool enough to change the light bulb in his gun sight when it failed.
What?
Yeah, flying, changing the light bulb in his gun sight to then continue on and take out those Heinkels.
The fact that he actually thought to bring a spare.
I'm guessing it's what they did, but yeah. Little stories like this just turn up as you delve deeper.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
History is always stranger than fiction. Some of the stories you get. Okay,
right. So that's the RAF and the first ace we have for him. Sailor Malan.
Now it's time to have a look at the Americans.
Now let's move on to the Americans.
Yeah. Now these in particular, I would be very tempted to paint up as Redtails.
I might have one painted.
Oh, do you really?
Yes. In fact, I believe the artwork on the front. If you show that off.
Oh.
Show the artwork off.
Oh, you want to see the artwork? Okay. So the artwork is absolutely flipping gorgeous. This is one of my favourite aircraft from World War II. Because we have an air show up in the north coast here, and there's always a P-51 Mustang, and just the sound of its engine as she just sings past you.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely gorgeous. So in this one, how many are we getting?
Exactly the same. So each squadron box, again, we're calling squadrons, but you could call it an element of the squadron. You're gaining 6 aircraft, and all the trait cards, aircraft cards for those. The advantage flying stands, stickers, not decals. These are actually stick-on stickers.
Yeah. So these are our stickers here. Of course,
peel off and stick.
Lovely American star.
Yeah.
And then the plane itself is done in a nice dark blue plastic.
Yeah, we wanted to differentiate out of the box without having to paint.
Yeah, I wouldn't maybe play this one on a seaboard.
Perhaps not, yeah.
You know, it may get lost.
Yeah.
But beautiful work. The detail that I can see here, if you look there, just looks absolutely fabulous. Do you have a painted one of these sitting down?
I do indeed. I've got 3. So shall we go one at a time? So our first one.
Okay, so
Army Air Force, you're looking at perhaps...
Air Force? Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at perhaps one that might have flown in the Pacific Theatre.
Just that blue nose bonnet is just lovely.
Indicating their units within squadrons or flight groups. Yeah. And of course the iconic...
Oh yes, the silver.
And the Redtail.
Yes.
One of the more famous units in there.
Yeah, it kind of makes me want to go and watch the horrible movie again. I had fun with the movie, but it wasn't flawless. There were a few moments in it where I was just going, no, don't want.
But yeah, you only have to watch a couple of the Discovery Channel flight path or one of those type of ones, air combat, and
they're lovely. I love them. Actually, there's one little bit of detail you've put on here that I absolutely love. So you see at the actual gun barrels here, just a little bit of a streaking from soot.
Yeah.
That really sets the plane off. Nice work on the paint job.
Derek is the one who's been painting these. He's our tank man at Warlord, and he loves his aircraft, loves his ships and all that. So, yeah, absolutely. Come along really nicely. And, of course, in the set, you get exactly the same things.
Yes,
so, apart from the aircraft themselves and the advantage flying stand, you'll also get your same insert card.
Yeah, so we get this with different ace levels. We then have our boom markers, the high flying markers, and the zoom markers, and your range ruler. I like the fact that you're constantly putting in extra tokens and range rulers. Yeah,
we know we go through those, don't we? So having several of them, it means that if you haven't picked up the core set, you could pick this up and play a mate who's got the core set, or even just pick these up and use because we got the free rules online as well.
This was always the disadvantage I saw with some games whenever they do like a 2-player starter set. If my mate wants to get in and the starter sets that are also out there don't give you pretty much exactly the same, you're kind of left out. This works great.
Yeah, you're going to end up with everything you need. So I think we're even going to put little packages together where you can buy the Ace, the Squadron, and the dice. So we've got some special dice to go with those at some point as well.
Okay, let's have a look at the stats for the Mustang.
Yes, because this will be probably the first time people have seen the Mustang.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, is it now?
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to start on the history then.
Hide it.
So you've got the history side here. These are 46 points. A little more expensive. But you've got your history and the year, 1944, and then onto the stats. So shooting of 2, a little less maneuverable. Whoa. Speed 9?
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah. Actual speed on the bottom there.
443 mph.
Yeah.
They've got great dive and deep pockets.
Yes. So again, you're looking at an aircraft, how it really flew, looking at a trait that would work with it the best, and that's how you theme your army.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put these out of the way because those are the couple of extra special ones.
Yes.
And we'll have a look at Great Dive first. So Great Dive is this, and what it does is add the plane's maximum move instead of 6 when burning advantage to dive. Whew!
Yep. Here we go.
Oh my!
You're going to cover a lot of ground, a lot of airspace is covered when you're flying a Mustang.
Yeah, so we get 3 of those, and I assume that's because there are 2 abilities.
Yeah, there's 2 abilities. So when you choose your traits to build your hand, you take 1 for every aircraft.
Yeah.
And you always have a balance. So if there are, obviously, if they've got 6 aircraft, 6 traits, but if you've got 2 options, then it has to be equal. So you'll take 3 and 3.
Yes. But that does give you some tactical flexibility, although less chance of having exactly what you need in your hand. So there is a trade-off of being able to do more, but having to think about it a little more.
Yeah.
So the other one is deep pockets. So what does this do? The boom chit is disregarded. Serious?
Yep.
So this is a reaction one?
If your squadron receives a boom chit.
In reaction to a deep pocket squadron receiving a boom chit. So when I receive a boom chit, I play that and say, no, boom chit for me. No, thank you. I'm guessing that's just showing how tough the P-51 was.
And harder for people to hit it. So,
Okay, so we have 3 other ones here. So we have high performance, clear skies, and overshoot.
Yes.
Now, would these specifically go with the P-51s?
Not necessarily. You might find that within the advanced rules, you've got a table which allows you to pick the correct ones for the particular aircraft or for the particular force.
Nice.
Air
So
force.
the more of these I collect and sort of mix my forces
You can mix
the
them
more
up a
of these I
bit,
can
yeah.
have. Okay.
And of course, it depends as well because they change from the beginning of the war towards the end. For example, the Russian one of them is where you can actually have a ramming attack.
Yeah. Well, I suppose high altitude actually has a bonus great climb on it.
Yeah.
So I would play that with a...
Great climb.
Yeah, but I don't have great climb on the Mustang,
No.
so this would probably work with something else.
Yes.
Cool. So this actually, the pilot gains +2 to their skill check for the attempt. That's nice. Clear skies, remove up to 2 cloud markers of your choice from the table.
Yes, no, we haven't talked about clouds and anything yet, have we? So
no, we haven't.
We'll see that when we hit the gaming table.
And the last one is overshoot. Roll a pallet test. If it succeeds, the ace may move his aircraft between 1/4 and half speed. Oh, so you can actually...
Slow right up.
Oh, that's nice. Do like a stall run.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen that. Now for the ace.
Ace.
And I'm hoping he has some cool stuff.
He does, and of course, like our other race, it'll be similar sort of layout. You get familiar with the way we put these together to be consistent. We're going to get the similar stuff.
Let's see. Okay, so again with this really good die cut, the stuff literally is just, if you look here, everybody, the stuff is just falling out here. It's so well cut. So on this side, we've got our level 5s regulars, and on this side, we've got the one denoting him. Now, is this actually just showing the stat change very quickly for what he gets?
Yes, it is.
I see. That's a nice touch just to make things readable on the tabletop. Obviously, gets his plane. So more planes is always good.
More decal, more stickers, you should say.
Yep. And you actually get a full run of decals in there.
Yeah, there's no point just doing the small trips. Yeah, and we always want more.
Yeah, so his plane will be the exact same.
Same as the other Mustangs, yeah. That aircraft didn't change.
He himself is actually, he's quite skilled at manoeuvring his aircraft.
Yes.
So he's getting a +1 to manoeuvre, making it as good as a Spitfire.
Of course, George Preddy is known for, he started out his career, I think, in P-40s. Down in over Darwin, I think he was part of the group protecting Darwin and taking out the Japanese coming in there. Then he moved back to the European theatre after an accident he recovered from, and I think he went on to score 26.83 kills.
0.83?
Yeah, well, with aces, you become an ace once you've taken out 5 enemy aircraft wholly on your own.
Yeah.
But the points are allocated depending on the Air Force. They did it differently. But if you were an accessory to a kill, so you damaged an aircraft and your mate shot it down, you'd both be able to claim it. Therefore, you get points each.
I see. I love reading fighter novels. Actually, hearing just how hungry some, of the characters in the books or the actual pilots were just to get the kills and get the score up. There was a real sense of pride to it.
Yes.
Okay, his 2 special skills. He has Snapshot. So on a friendly ace during their activation, if the ace makes a deflection shooting attack, it cannot be dodged using the speed, only agility plus pilot skill.
And of course,
that's nice.
That's really good. Your deflection shooting's a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Now we represent that by not so much whether you can hit the aircraft, because the shooting's shooting. You're putting a wall of lead out there.
Yeah.
It's about being able to dodge, and instead of using your basic pilot skill and your agility, you get to add your speed instead of agility. So if you can imagine a Mustang you're trying to shoot a Mustang with deflection shooting from the side, then he's going to be adding 9 to his pilot skill.
Yeah. He also has a Dive Master. So on an ace, when burning an advantage to dive, so I assume you would generally burn it on him.
Yeah.
Make a pilot test for the ace. If successful, no advantage is burned for diving. Oh, that's nice.
Maintain your level.
Well, I am looking forward to seeing some of these on the tabletop. I want to actually see how the P-51s stack up compared to
they're fast.
The other stuff.
Yeah, they're fast. Obviously, from that, you can see that there's perhaps advantages with aircraft that can make that tight turn compared to his dive ability, but you'll be able to zoom in and take him out on the way through. Whilst he's trying to maneuver, you're going in and out.
Final comment for me, I love the way you guys have set these up, that a third friend could pick up one of these and jump straight into like a starter box game with their mates. You know, there's none of the me and my mate are playing. Sorry, we only have 2 factions in the box. Yeah, it takes that away completely. It's great.
It's all about just being able to pick up the box and have a great game. And you would have noticed the Bolt Action logo on it as well. Yeah. So we've got some campaign rules that we're working on and things like that. So
wait, you're doing what?
Campaign rules.
Oh.
So.
Okay, stay tuned.
It's going to lend itself very nicely to, I think, some homegrown sort of built-in connection with Bolt Action as well. Okay. Quite happy.
All right, well, tell you what, everybody, get your comments in below. Are you excited for Blood Red Skies? Are you looking forward to playing with Spitfires, Mustangs, or what aircraft would you maybe hope the guys at Warlord are going to be looking at in the future?
We know a few.
I'm sure you know a few, but I'm very interested to see what everybody out there wants to play.
Absolutely, we'd love to see what people have got ideas-wise. Rest assured, we are doing the Hurricane. That is happening. So that is one of our next flight of aircraft coming through, which I'm sure we'll talk about again soon.
Honestly, I want you guys to do the Mosquito.
Oh, you never know. There might be something attached to this video you can show off.
All right, everybody, get those comments in below. We will see you in the next one.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now, and be sure to check out beastsofwar.com for the latest gaming news and gaming Let's Plays. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.